All right, welcome to If My People Bible reading. This is the book of Job, and we're in chapter 11 where we left off last time in verse 11. So we'll start there. Here we go. Surely he recognizes deceitful men, and when he sees evil, does he not take note? But a witless man can do no more become wise than a wild donkey's colt can be born a man. Yet if you devote your heart to him and stretch out your hands to him, if you put away the sin that is in your hand and allow no evil to dwell in your tent, then you will lift up your face without shame. You will stand firm without fear. You will surely forget your trouble, recalling it only as waters have gone by. Verse 17. Life will be brighter than noonday, and darkness will become like morning. You will be secure because there is hope. You will look around you and take your rest in safety. You will lie down, and no one will make you afraid, and many will court your favor. But the eyes of the wicked will fail, and escape will elude them. Their hope will become a dying gasp. Chapter 12. Then Job replied, Doubtless you are the people, and wisdom will die with you. Comment. Job's getting a little peeved. He's getting a little peeved with his friends. Verse 3. But I have a mind as well as you. I am not inferior to you. Who does not know all these things? I have become a laughing stock to my friends. Though I called upon Elohim and he answered, a mere laughing stock through righteousness and blameless? Manatees have contempt for misfortune as the fate of those whose feet are slipping. The tents of the marauders are undisturbed, and those who provoke Elohim are secure, those who carry their Elohim in their hands. But ask the animals, and they will teach you, or the birds of the air, and they will tell you, or speak to the earth, and it will teach you, or let the fish of the sea inform you. Which of these does not know that the hand of Yahweh has done this? This is like agra theology. Simply look out your window and look how nature knows how to do everything because nature follows their father. They know who created them, yet mankind is the one that struggles with it. They've got it. We have an adversary, and that adversary is Hasatan, Lucifer, who once, whether it was for a day or two or 600 million years, had control of this earth. Then man came along, and he didn't like that. So he's been doing his best to destroy man, alter the DNA, destroy it, diseases, famine, pestilence, um, greed, pity, misfortune from day one. And we have to remember that. We have to depend upon the Father. We have to do that every single day of our life. This is not going to end until the adversary is removed forever. Verse 10 in chapter 12, verse 10. In his hand is the life of every creature and the breath of all mankind. Does not the ear test words as the tongue taste food? Is not wisdom found among the aged? Does not long life bring understanding? To Elohim being wisdom and power, counsel and understanding are his. What he tears down cannot be rebuilt. The man he imprisons cannot be released. If he holds back the waters, there's going to be drought. If he lets them loose, they devastate the land. That goes on today, doesn't it? To right now, we have fires burning all over California, and it's just like every single year. Gee whiz, that's a surprise. And then we have hurricanes coming through the Gulf right now, and the water's being let loose. Um, why does God allow this to happen? Why does Yahweh the Father allow this to happen? You hear that often among dissenters and haters. Same, they ask the same questions. Start, and I'll say this 100 times. When do you listen to the Father? When do you pray to the Father? When do you go to the Father every day? Do you do it when you're having a great week? A really good week? Financial week? Everything's just fantastic. Do you go to the Father every day and you thank Him for that? Or do you spend more time when you're in trouble and you're in one bad situation after another, and you go to the Father in prayer. So if the Father wants to talk to you every day and you don't when things are going good, would the Father allow bad things to happen to you so that you come to Him? And if He loves you and He wants to talk to you every day, He's going to allow things that go wrong every single day. Think about it. The Father wants to talk to you. Talk to Him. Try talking to Him every day, no matter what, and see if your troubles don't go away a whole lot faster. Try that. Please. Job could learn this. So could his friends. Verse 16, to him belong strength and victory, both deceived and deceiver are his. He leads counselors away stripped and makes fools. Judges, he takes off the shackles put on by kings and ties a loincloth around their waist. He leads priests away stripped and overthrows men long established. He silences the lips of the trusted advisor and takes away the discernment of elders. He pours contempt on nobles and disarms the mighty. He reveals the deep things of darkness and brings deep shadows into the light. He makes nations great, destroys them. He enlarges nations. He disperses them. He deprives the leaders of the earth of their reason. He sends them wandering through trackless waste. They grope into darkness with no light. He makes them stagger like drunkards. Now, comma, this period, make a comment here. This may appear to be just a long poem about a long, long time ago. But the last few chapters we have read now become alive if you consider what's going on in this world today. Things haven't changed. It's just, Greek Hebrew, Greek is like this. Here's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's all across a line. History. Over here is Moses, and over here is the United States. Here's Abraham Lincoln, and then later on down the line, here's John F. Kennedy. That's how we think. That's Greek thinking. And Hebrew thinking is like this. It's a big circle, great big circle. Thing goes around, comes around. Have you ever heard that? Chapter 13. My eyes have all seen this. My ears have heard and understood it. Hear and obey those who have ears to hear, those who have eyes to see. Verse 2. What you know, I also know. I am not inferior to you. He's saying it again. But I desire to speak to the Almighty and to argue my case with Elohim. You, however, smear me with lies. You are worthless physicians, every one of you. If only you would altogether be silent. For you, that would be wisdom. Hear now my argument. Listen to the plea of my lips. Will you speak wickedly of Elohim's behalf? Will you speak deceitfully for him? Will you show him partiality? Will you argue the case for Elohim? Would it turn out well if he examined you? Could you deceive him as you might deceive men? He would surely rebuke you if you secretly show partiality. Would not his splendor terrify you? Would not the dread of him fall on you? Your maxims are proverbs of ashes. Your defenses are defenses of clay. Keep silent and let me speak. Let come to me what may. What do I put myself in jeopardy and take my life in my hands? Though he slay me, yet I will hope in him. He will surely defend my ways to his face. Indeed, this will turn out to be my Yeshua. Yeshua. Interesting. Actually, the Bible say this. This will turn out to be my salvation. But in Hebrew, if you're reading Hebrew, it wouldn't say salvation. It would say, indeed, this will turn out to be my Yeshua. For no wicked man would dare come before him. Verse 17. Listen carefully to my words. Let your ears take in what I say. Now that I have prepared my case, I know I will be vindicated. Can anyone bring charges against me? If so, I'll be silent and die. Only grant me these two things, O Elohim, and then I will not hide from you. Withdraw your hand far from me, and stop frightening me with your terrors. Then summon me, and I will answer, or let me speak, and you will reply. And how many wrongs and sins have I committed? Show me my offense and my sin. Why do you hide your face and consider me your enemy? Will you torment a wind-blown leaf? Will you chase after dry chaff? For you write down bitter things against me and make me inherit the sins of my youth. You fasten my feet in shackles, and you keep close on all watch on my paths by making marks on my soles of my feet. So man wastes away like something just plain rotten, like a garment eaten by moths. Verse 14. Man born of woman is of few days and full of trouble. Comment, no comment. he, he springs up like a flower and withers away like a fleeting shadow. He does not endure. Do not fix your eye on such a one. You will bring him before you for judgment. Who can bring what is pure from the impure? No one. Man's days are determined. You have decreed the number of his months and have set limits he cannot exceed. That you can believe, but we don't know it. And do you want to be told? Would you like to know the last hour in the month of your life when your breath was simply fed away and how you will pass away? Do you really want to know it? No. So look away from him and let him alone till he has put his time like a hired man. At least there's hope for a tree. If it's cut down, it will sprout again, and its new shoots will not fall. Its roots may grow old in the ground, and its stumps die in the soil. Yet in the scent of the water it will bud and put forth shoots like a plant. But man dies and is laid low. He breathes his last and is no more, and as water disappears from the sea or a river bed becomes parched and dry, so man lies down and does not rise. Till the heavens are no more, men will not awake to be roused from their sleep. Comment. What does it all mean? There are billions. There's more than a billion people on this earth that believe in reincarnation. Here it plainly says in the book of Job, the first book ever written, documented, the oldest book there is, that plants and things like that can reproduce with seed um, will come back. So they reincarnate even if you cut them down. But they cannot be destroyed unless you kill the root completely. The Father is the root. Yeshua is the root. And until he leaves us, we can uh, look forward to the hope of resurrection through him. Through him. But on earth, man dies and lives. He's born once and dies twice. He's born and he's dead, and he will be risen again. But if the root is still in him, Yeshua, the love, and that your soul knows its maker, then you will live again. If it's not there, you will die twice and never to rise again. Hope you understand that. If not, it'll be repeated again through the word. If only you would hide me in Sheol and conceal me in your anger has passed. Now Sheol is not in heaven. So when people die, they don't go to heaven and sit up in the clouds playing harps. To be um, absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. That is true. But what memory and all of the things do not exist. There's no one praying for you in heaven. Okay? People say that in churches and synagogues and all that because people are grieving and say, oh, well, Aunt Mary died and it's a terrible thing, but she's in heaven, she's flying around, and she's looking down on you right now. Everybody's happy. Total lie. And pastors and ministers and Christians, do they all do that? Sure they do. Is it true? No, it's not. It's a total lie. You're going to run a lot of young people away from the churches when the ministers say this, and young people grow up realizing that they've been told a pack of lies by someone who wears fancy robes. So that's one main reason that you just don't see the growth in the youth in the ministry today. They're running in droves away from the church, and all the old people are all that's left. Listen, it's getting near 15 minutes. We're going to end here at chapter 14, verse 13, and the next segment we'll pick up in there. Shabbat Shalom.